Returning back, welcome back. Today's video is one of our wedding planning series videos, and it's all about the 5 non-traditional things that I did during my wedding. Now, if you consider yourself a non-traditional bride, I get how it can be very stressful and having a bunch of opinions. I'm hoping that this video will help you stand firm in some of the decisions that you have made, because the day is all about you and your spouse and nobody else. Ready to jump in the video? Let's go. Number 5, we had no flower girl and no ring bearer. Now that's because we had a no kids wedding, because we went to an all-inclusive adults only resort in Mexico. And when I say 10 out of 10, highly recommend, I mean just that. Now here's the thing. It wasn't an easy decision for us because we have a lot of nieces and nephews that mean a great deal to us. So we went back and forth on this for quite a while. When we really sat down and thought about how we wanted our day to look, and more importantly, how we wanted our day to feel, we really wanted our guests to feel truly present and immersed in the celebration. And we just encouraged our guests to leave the little ones with people that they trust. And we know that wasn't easy for everyone, but we do thank the people who did come, because it allowed the focus to be on my husband and I's commitment to one another. And as we said during our wedding, it was a chance for us to give a love letter back to the people we love. We got to be fully present. And again, I'm not a traditional bride, so I didn't want a flower girl. Coming in at number 4. We had an uneven amount of bridesmaids to groommen. Now this wasn't intentional. Originally it was supposed to be 3 bridesmaids, 3 groomsmen. Excuse me, 3 maids of honor and 3 best men. But unfortunately, things happen in life, so we wind up with 2 best men and 3 maids of honor. And I know you're probably thinking, why 3 maids of honor? There's only supposed to be 1 maids of honor. But for me, I felt like each one of these women represented a different chapter in my life. They truly are more than friends. These are sisters to me. And it really was my honor to have them with me. I didn't even like the word maids. I was trying to find another fancier, cuter word. But so I guess we could say ladies of honor. I don't know. But I just knew that for me, it was an honor. So each one of them taking time out of their busy days and their lives to be with me on this most special and sacred day is something I will never forget. And I truly appreciate each one of them. And I also appreciate my best men for being there for my husband when he needed it most. So shout out to our bridal party. You guys are amazing. We had non-classical music played on classical instruments, such as the violin. So one of my big visions for my wedding day was that when people are coming into the ceremony, they get this picturesque theme, right? Like they're by the water, they're having these seats that are like this kind of wooden material, and you're gonna have like this live music. So you have the ocean in the back and you have this violin playing, but not like classical music. I wanted songs like, "There Goes My Baby." Playing songs like All of Me by John Legend. I felt like those songs just sounded so beautiful on the strings, and I'm so glad. Oh, one of my favorite songs that was played on the strings, and I'm so mad I don't have any footage of it, but everyone told me it was amazing, was Alicia Keys' "If I Ain't Got You" on the strings. I'm gonna see if I can find an instrumental to plug in real quick. But it was just one of the biggest compliments we got. So if you have it in your budget to give live music, to have like a classical instrument such as the violin or like even like the piano, I just feel like it's just a win-win all the way around. People love live music, or at least I love live music. But having it paired with non-traditional songs, non-traditional wedding songs, I think was just chef's kiss. Highly recommend. Number 2. Number 2 was a little controversial. Don't know why, but we didn't have formal save the dates. I just felt like it was a big waste of money. I didn't even want formal invitations. My husband fought me on that. If you look at the video before this one, where we did all our formal or traditional things that we did, a lot of that had influence from my husband. Again, I'm not really a traditional kind of person, not really a traditional kind of bride, so we skipped the formal save the dates. I just sent out text messages with this like kind of cute little memo saying, get your passports ready because we were having a destination wedding. And I highly recommend. It was budget friendly. However, I am happy we did do formal invitations that had like the signature calligraphy. Everyone said it was a really nice touch. So it set the expectations that some things will be informal and some things will be very formal, and some things will be traditional and some things won't be so traditional. So just ride the wave and have a great time. Number 1, we were already married. When I tell you, that was such a game changer for me, because as I mentioned over and over, I'm not a traditional bride. I always wanted to elope, but my husband was like, no, this is a once in a lifetime experience. We have to have some type of wedding. And we had the best of both worlds because we were getting married in Mexico, and Mexico has like their own regulations for legal marriages. We decided to go to City Hall a few months before we actually got married in front of all our family and friends. And when I tell you, it was perfect. It was perfection. So if you're going to do a destination wedding, I highly recommend getting married in your local city hall, or having a local wedding officiant like myself who can, quickly sign off on your documents. You go through the legal protocols. And when I tell you, it was the best of both worlds. I kind of had my elopement, or I did have my elopement, and my husband got the bigger, fancier wedding. And it was a great moment for the both of us. I don't regret a single thing. When I tell you both my weddings were just better than I could have ever imagined. I truly mean that. And wherever you're at on your wedding planning journey, remember this is what I held on to. This is a special and sacred time that I will never get back. And I'm going to let it flow, because all is working for my greater good. It's not about anyone but my spouse and I, and the love and the commitment that we have for one another. So I held different versions of that affirmation with me, different versions of that prayer with me, and that's how I got through the wedding planning process. So whether you consider yourself a traditional or non-traditional bride, I want you to know that it's all going to work out better than you have imagined. Okay, y'all, if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe so you can be the first to know when the next video drops. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all. See ya.